picture what you went through during COVID. I was driving back and forth. There was nowhere I could stop by and get food that didn't have a drive-through. So, like, imagine the pain for the trucker at that time.
Yeah, but I want people to feel sorry for me.
No,
so. You know what I mean?
No. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the new podcast of A Parallel Discussion. I'm here with my co-host, as always,
Turkey.
Happy birthday vibes.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
How do you feel? How do you feel in terms of age? Have you accomplished everything you wanted to?
Hell no, not even close. If anything, I feel like I'm barely started right now. Yeah.
Hey, what is it? What is the meaning of birthdays to you? Like, are you big on them, or?
You know what? As a kid, yeah, because you always get presents. But I remember the first birthday, I didn't get anything.
So your very first birthday, you were just a little infant and you don't remember anything.
No. What I'm trying to say is that as a kid, you remember key birthdays because you get a lot of stuff.
Like your 8th, 7th, and 10th.
Yeah, like really kid. And
those should be your prime birthdays that you should remember.
Yeah. Those are the
like
prime
the right before your teens. Because after your teens, it's like you care about them, but like they're not as big until you're 20.
Yeah. The teens is when you realize, the presents are getting a little lazier every year. Like it goes from like the coolest toys to like socks. You know what I mean? Like exactly. Like real quick,
socks and underwear.
Exactly.
And Daddy wasn't there.
You know what's funny?
To change my underwear.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I got a pair of underwear this year for my birthday. So
is that what you're wearing right now?
Not the ones right now, but yeah, I just want to put it out there that people still buy me underwear at this age. You know.
So everyone, we're on the new studio.
This is the new studio.
This is the new studio. When we do solos, or solo or one-on-ones.
Yeah, if you want to lock yourself in here and do the podcast, go for it.
If you want, I don't want to lock myself in.
Yeah,
I already feel how hot this is.
Yeah, it's gonna get hotter in here.
Yeah, I mean, even the tone of your voice gets hotter as you get hotter.
Yeah, don't look at my eyes. But yeah, going back to birthdays. Yeah, man, I'm hitting 33 right now, and
22.
Yeah, 33, and I'm about to feel how Jesus felt on the cross pretty soon. You know what I mean? Like, fucking nails in the hands.
This is all downhill from here.
Yeah. But yeah.
What's been your biggest birthday? I mean, if I could ask, if you don't mind recollecting some of that.
I don't think I've had the biggest birthday ever.
No, like, was like a birthday you remember? Like,
I don't remember a specific birthday.
Okay, what's been the best birthday gift you ever gotten?
Best birthday gift. Actually, there's one I remember, and I think I spoke about it briefly, but I didn't connect it to my birthday. But it was the time I went to Knott's as a kid. I went with my both parents, and I do kind of remember that day. It was pretty cool. It was the first, I think, it was the last time. It was the first and last time I went. But back then it was pretty cool. Now I'm pretty sure it's changed a lot. But yeah, I talked about that one ride I got into where it's like a dark tunnel.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was for your birthday?
Yeah, that was for my birthday.
Wait, no, that's one I took you to with Marco and his family.
No, dude, that's not me. I didn't go to Knott's. I've never gone to Knott's with you.
No, no.
I'm talking about Knott's as a kid.
I'm talking about Raging Waters. Because you're talking about a dark tunnel.
No, we didn't go to Raging Waters. We went to Hurricane Harbor.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Potato.
But I'm talking about the time I went to Knott's as a kid. That's the time I got into that tunnel where I told you it's like a time travel.
Oh yeah.
And the part I forgot to mention about that ride is at the end. I don't know if I should say this, but I did cry on that ride.
Why?
I was scared.
You were scared? How old were you?
I was a kid. I think it was under 10. I don't remember the age. But I do have a picture of me and my mom.
Of you crying?
No.
I don't want to see that.
I was at Knott's with my Mighty Ducks shirt.
That's a sick ass shirt.
Looking back at my pictures, bro, I was pretty fly back then.
Dude,
for a little kid.
You've always had some fly shit, dude.
Shit.
You even have some swag, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't fit in it now. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can fit into their baby clothes or their.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about baby clothes.
Oh, I'm still the same size. I still can't fit to it.
But yeah, I don't think there's a birthday that's ever like stuck out to me, ever.
Not even a memory, like.
Yeah, like I said, a memory here and there, but like I don't like to be like, holy shit, this was the best birthday. I don't think I've ever said that.
Do you think birthdays were built upon a selfish, lie or something?
No, I think it's more.
Do you really think they should be really be celebrated all the time, or
you know what? I think birthdays are important. They're the I would say they're the healthy side of egoism, right? Like it's like a day that you could say, okay, I was born on this day, and I mean, depending on who you are, you can.
Like, what if you're twins? Do you think that the twins were like both celebrated? Like,
of course.
And
if you talk to twins, you'll realize that they're pretty much almost the same person at times. You know, I don't want to say they are the same person, but they share a lot of the same values and same interests and same.
You know what's
ideas.
weird? I think not too long ago, I remember. Well, it's maybe a couple months ago, maybe like early in the year, where there was those twins that were born at the same time. But actually, not no, they were twins, but one was born like before midnight, and one was born a little after midnight. So they were a day apart.
Yeah, so they're technically 2 days apart.
No,
a day apart.
Day apart.
Yeah, you know what that means in Zodiac, right?
What does that mean, in Zodiac?
Yeah, nah, never mind. I don't want to get into that.
Come on, get into it. I want you to get it. I want you to share this thought.
Nah, because I'm good. Yeah, I'm a pass.
Wait, is it that bad?
No, I mean you know what? I'm a pass. Yeah, let's just leave it.
Well,
there.
either way, yeah, there was that. So I wonder if like they will share like birthdays together or a day apart. But I mean, that would be cool though. Still,
I mean, it's kind of like a person realizes, oh shit, my birthday lands on not a good day.
On 9/11.
Yeah, I guess. No, but I mean, like, no, what I'm saying is like, oh, it's on a Monday or on a Tuesday, and if you're working and then you're like, you know, instead of celebrating that day, I'm just gonna wait either the weekend before or the weekend after or the whole week. There's people that celebrate the whole month.
Huh?
Yeah,
I think that's too much.
Yeah. Again, like I said, I think birthdays are a healthy way to really celebrate your ego a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know, like, hey, I'm special for this day.
But the whole month.
But I mean, like in a healthy way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There are people that go all balls deep and like they would go into the dark side a little bit, into the dark arts. But yeah, I think it's that perfect day where you should just kind of do whatever you want and not give a fuck.
And now you go break the law and not get arrested.
Not break the law, but I mean, like it's like your hall pass to do something you wouldn't do, especially if you're already disciplined. Like if you don't like spending money and stuff like that, that's a perfect day to kind of splurge a little bit. But
or have people spend for you. You know what I find? You know what I find annoying? A lot of my drives when I'm on the road. I see a lot of people like who put their Venmo on their back of their
and
it says buy the birthday boy a drink whatever. Like that's a little too far.
I mean, I get it. Like
I get it. It will save you some money, but I mean, damn, it's still a lot to ask.
Yeah, I mean, again, it goes back to the person.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think everybody's.
But
the
that's
same
how
way.
greedy people get sometimes. That's what I think.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but now it's because you got to think about it. Now I'm not saying it's super easy to get money, but it's way easier to get money now. You know what I mean? I'm not saying.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's kind of like OnlyFans. I remember I watched a video recently that these people on OnlyFans are making a lot of money, a lot of money. But he was pretty much breaking it down and explaining that the reason they're doing that is because they already have some sort of following before that. Yeah. So it's like people that already kind of follow them want to see that side of them. You know, so I'm not saying it doesn't work for everybody, but it's kind of ridiculous what they're really paying for. It's like they're paying to text you. They're paying to look at a exclusive picture of you. They're, it's very.
But they know what they're in it for. I mean, we have this talk.
That's what I'm saying.
Talk before. Like, I think if I was a girl and I was single, I'd probably do it.
Yeah, I think I'll try it out. Too, if I was a girl.
Like low key. I think I do it. I mean,
but that's what I'm saying.
I'm
like,
not saying that it's okay, but I think if you have if you're fucking, if you look amazing, bro, even then, there's girls who make money out of anything, There's not, you don't have to be pretty, there's people who are into that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you're essentially just making money off, just I don't know, existing. I don't know if that even makes sense.
Yeah. If I could be fair, well,
which is not a bad. I'm not shaming it at all. I'm just saying like if you have that advantage, go for it. If you can fucking pay just your bills with that, I'm fine with it. Like I would be fucking paying just my bills with that.
Look, I was put in an awkward position, maybe like a week ago, maybe just like earlier last week. Where I got a message from, I'm not gonna say the name, but it's this person I haven't spoken to in months, maybe even over a year.
Well, you guys, can I at least just say, were you guys sexually intimate at one point or no?
There's one time when we did.
Okay.
There was one
time. So it's
time.
a fling. It's an ex-fling.
Yeah, it was like a one-time fling thing. And we never really carried it on.
Yeah.
And I think we tried like years after and just never worked out. But the reason why I brought this up was because this person actually messaged me about a week ago, I want to say roughly, and a link, and I'm like, what the fuck, like, I'm like,
just a random
link. But it didn't even, like, how when you go to YouTube, if they send you a YouTube link, it'll say YouTube, or they send you a different link, it'll say something else, like the website you're going to be going on to. For a second, I thought it was a scam, so I was like, I'm not even bothered, I ignored it. But then I guess I was just like, kind of like just like going on with all my day. And I was like, who the fuck is this? And I remembered who it was. I was like, oh, shit. And so I was like, oh, fuck it. I'll click on the link. And it was that girl's OnlyFans.
Really?
And in my head, I was like, okay, I know she's married. I know she has kids. So in my head, I mean, I don't know if this is like rude or anything, but I remember just asking her, hey, like, why are you sending me this? And I'm just like, why are you sending me this? And does your husband know? Like, like in my head, she was like, yeah, my husband doesn't know. Like, holy shit. I was like, well, okay, all right, good luck with you. Like I didn't bother. I didn't even like. I did click on the link, but obviously everything's still like a blur. And once I clicked on the link, I like, oh, I know who it was. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna follow this, or I even spent a dime on it. I mean, we had this conversation where I don't even think I would spend a dime, even if it was like, even if someone told me, hey, I'm free for a week, whatever. Like my OnlyFans is free for a week. I would not spend my personal time just to go look at a girl's nude.
You know what?
But I know there's those people who are like, oh shit, I have to see this. And actually talking about this, so my friend's girlfriend, I got a random ad on my Instagram, and it was my friend's girlfriend. But like, I know she wouldn't. Over there in Mexico, they have this it's kind of like OnlyFans thing too. Yeah, but I think it's called it's kind of like OnlyFans, but I forgot the name of it. And the point is that I get the ad and I'm like, all right, cool, I'll accept it, but I won't add back because I saw the profile. I was like, oh, this is like for exclusive content, and I was like, this is my friend's girlfriend. Like, I'm not gonna fuck with that, Yeah. But I was like, just so I won't be rude, I was like, I'll just accept, but I won't follow back, Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. And then like hours later, I was gonna message her and be like, hey, what's going on? But good thing I didn't, because I ended up seeing a post from her actual Instagram saying, hey, this account is not me. Someone is like, posting as me and making people buy their buy the subscription for their money, and obviously it's just a scam. Yeah. So that's weird, because there is people out there who do shit like that, who like, if I wanted to sell nudes of you, I would just make a fake profile.
Yeah. I mean, that is weird though, especially the married, especially the married women that are like, their husbands don't even know.
Yeah.
Like it gets awkward at that point because, like, I could see why you would want to do that. You need the extra cash or whatever, but
Like, I think we mentioned this. Like, I think I told you this. Like, if I had a girlfriend that who like will sell, as long as she's not selling her face,
yeah,
I'd be fine a little bit. And she asked me, "Hey, you know what? We kind of need a little extra cash. I know there's a way not to go, but this is the easiest way, and I don't have to go
yeah. But
fucking exploit myself." Like,
I now have a counter question for you. If you're in that position, so if you giving her permission, does that mean you're the pimp?
damn, that's a good one.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean,
she's obviously asking you.
if I'm taking a big cut off of it, I would probably.
I mean, look,
I would probably think I'm a pimp.
No,
but
no,
I'm not.
but even if you're not taking a cut, she's still getting money for the couple, right? You guys are married. You know
Who says we're married? I don't know. Could just be a girlfriend. I mean, for the most part, like let's say that she's even like doing it for to save up for a vacation that she want to take me.
Yeah,
And I don't know it. Then I don't know if I would feel like I would feel like, oh crap, all right. But if that's, I don't know. It's the weighing the decision of
I don't know
how it became about.
It's just a weird time. It's like, again, it's like you're getting money by existing, right? You're just there and you're.
Well, that's pretty much life, right?
Yeah,
we have to work to exist.
Yeah. I guess the exclusivity is like, oh, well, you'll see something probably other people won't or something. Yeah, it's
Sorry. Damn, your room is stuffy.
Really?
Your studio.
Yeah.
Your studio's really stuffy.
Hopefully we avoid a lot of noises over here.
This is gonna be the only pod we record. So guys, to our listeners, we're gonna be going through some changes soon.
Yeah,
we're gonna be exploring new ways to keep this pod relevant. Also,
well, not just relevant, just going.
As
long as it keeps going.
So as many of who have been listening, we have been bringing in guests. We have a couple more before we decide that this is over. I'm just kidding. No. So everyone. So what we're gonna be doing, seasons. We realize that podcasting takes a big toll on our lives too. You know, and
I mean, yeah.
As much as we love it, I still think it's only like what's that one word I'm looking for? Self health or like.
It's just a healthy balance.
Just a healthy balance.
We've even talked about this before.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a healthy balance.
We're just trying to find that healthy balance.
Yeah, so it's going to be a healthy balance where we're not overworking our days off. As for me, like I travel back and forth.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, I as much as I want to do it, sometimes we are tired.
Yeah, just depleted.
And Turkey, you know, here my co-host, like, you know, he likes to enjoy his days off too. You know, he's a little sloth here and there.
Yeah.
But overall, like I think it's only gonna work out for us and for you guys who. And I mean, there's another way also for our listeners to catch up on things that they haven't listened to. You know, like throwing an episode every week. It's nice. Honestly, I do like it. I enjoy it. I don't think I have anything to complain about, but it does take a big toll on your personal life also. But with all that happening, we're still gonna be releasing some content. And there might just be Turkey by himself. It's going to be me by myself. And the best thing that can happen from that is, I mean, there probably won't be full episodes because we've been aiming at an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, in the ballpark.
Yeah, we try to aim at that around that area. So we're all kind of like not overdoing it with the pockets, because I know a lot of you guys don't want to listen to even sometimes people don't want to listen to like an episode that's 30 minutes because it's too long. Some people don't want, or some people listen to it in parts. So we're going to try to do what we can. And hopefully if you guys are enjoying, We want to stay relevant. We want to stay healthy for everybody. If this was my full time, honestly, without a shadow of a doubt, I think we're releasing like twice a week. But we do have our own work days, and yeah. What are your 2 cents on this?
Yeah, I mean, I just see it more of an adjustment. We're trying out things to like just output better things. Again, it's not that it's hard. It's just that on top of that, we have to do what we have to do, and then we still want some time to ourselves.
Yeah, and with that even being said, with that, those who are going to be listening to this, for future episodes, we're still going to be wanting to bring more people. Those are always fun. I think we started this on May 13th.
Yeah.
So we're over a month now.
If anything,
we're 2 months now.
We're at a month with this episode. 13th is today.
No, May, June, July. We're in July.
Yeah,
that's 2 months.
No. Yeah, it's 2 months.
That's what I'm saying. So we're in 2 months already.
Exactly, too.
Yeah.
13 is today.
Oh, shit. So, hey, happy 2 months anniversary, though. Yeah. So we're in 2 months, and I don't want it to sound like as if we're like.
It almost feels like we're going away.
Yeah, it almost feels like we're going
forever.
Away. But it's really going to be interesting because I know that I'm going to be eager to do it even when we don't do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like when you have like a girlfriend for a long time. And then, like, you
don't want to do her one day, but then the next day you don't want to do her.
Yeah, then, like, they say, oh, fuck.
Not today, but tomorrow.
Not today, but tomorrow. No, but what I'm saying is, like, when you have a girlfriend or you're in a relationship or whatever, and then you finally break up, like, you don't know what to do with your time. You know what I mean? And this is like, a good tool for me to, like, get to talk to my best friend, my brother, you.
Yeah. And another thing, too, is not that, I don't know if, I think I've been noticing it. I don't know why, but I try to avoid talking to you because I want to talk to you on a podcast instead.
Yeah, but
is that like I didn't realize that till later. I was like, I'm just gonna stay here for the podcast. Like, there's things I want to talk to you, but I'm like,
because we'll be on the phone and we'll be like, the conversation will be so hot. We'll be like, hey, bro, just stay here for the podcast.
By the way, by hot, he just meant like
it's a good topic. Hot topic.
Yeah, hot topic. Yeah,
it's a hot topic.
Better.
But
just clarify things.
But it's definitely in the works. So I don't want you guys thinking that.
Yeah. So this whole time we're gonna be away, I'll make sure not to talk to Lalo at all. So by the time we come back, we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Even though he lives like right there with me. So
yeah. First of all, again, we're trying to figure out how many episodes we're trying to do per season. At this moment, we're thinking 15. But it might change. Like, the next season could probably be 8 or 10 or I don't know. It just depends. And
I think 15. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
you're probably right. I probably
because we are gonna have, like he said, we might put in some 15, 30 minutes in there and here and there, which he doesn't want to count as a podcast. They could be separate, like
they're just bonuses.
Yeah,
they probably, like I said, they probably won't be long. They're gonna be shorter. I haven't done a podcast by myself.
Yeah, it'll be
so
interesting.
I don't know how it is to talk to myself besides in my own head.
Yeah.
So it would be really interesting
it'll be a nice exercise to know.
And it is, July is such a busy month for a lot of people. And August, I think, is like July and August are big birthday months.
Yeah.
So it gives us a little time to still, find time for ourselves and things like that. So, and family. Yeah, man. But that's us.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, I want to talk to you a little bit about, did you hear about, we're probably going to be a little too late on this, but the kids, what are your thoughts about the kids going to these mini movies who are dressing up and then you're starting like a big ass front?
I don't care because I think people have been doing that forever, but I don't understand. I haven't read into it too much, but I just don't understand why they're banning people from like showing up
wearing
dressed
suits.
up. Yeah, I don't understand that. Can you explain that or?
Okay, from my understanding, it just became
I mean, they're just going in clothes. That's how I see it. I'm like,
yeah,
it's, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I guess it's the whole disruption of the movie.
oh, okay. I remember there was a video you sent me where they were like literally having a party in front of the screen.
Yeah, but then again, it also it's
See, like that. If it gets like out of hand like that, like, I understand. Like, get the
Yeah.
fuck out. Like actual people want to go see.
yeah,
it.
people want to go see the movie, want to go see it.
Yeah.
And the reason I brought it up is because I think it was fucking clever. I mean, as annoying as I would be.
Oh no, yeah. I'm pretty sure the studio.
But I think
yeah.
I think the actual movie got so many like. I think the movie got good reviews.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks pretty. It looks pretty fun. But I'm pretty sure with all this noise, even if it's good or bad, like as long as it doesn't turn into like a mass shooting or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't want that Batman thing happening.
I'm pretty sure the studios are fucking happy either way because they're like,
it's good.
We're driving.
It's
yeah,
free publicity.
Yeah, free publicity. There you go. And so I don't see any downside other than I don't understand why people are getting kicked out for wearing a suit.
Yeah,
So
I'm actually gonna go.
imagine there's an actual person, like an actual person, just fucking coming out of the office in a suit. They're like, I'm gonna go watch that fucking movie.
Yeah,
and he gets kicked out because he's wearing a suit. It makes no sense.
What if a guy's just like working an office job and he just
That's what I'm
decides to
saying.
go
Like
see-
he just gets off and like, you know, I just didn't understand that part, but I could understand like if it gets out of like it turns into like, you know, a distraction at the theater. Like, I understand why they're getting kicked out.
Well, it's crazy because I was trying to think about how stupid the idea is because you see these little young adults now doing that kind of stuff, but it makes sense. Like, you know, this movie came out, I don't know, like 2010, the first one, maybe
Yeah.
2012, maybe. And the kids who want to go see it, they were probably like 13, 12. And now it's like maybe 10 years later, they're like in their 20s, 18s, whatever. And now they have like something that they could still be with their friends, or maybe it might have been like, think about it. It could have been me and you and our 6th grade class watching this shit.
Yeah.
And now we're full grown adults, but we grew so tight with that movie, and now we're adults and we're like, fuck yeah, you know, let's go fucking
Yeah.
And then we start this trend, and then like.
Plus, I mean, you got to realize every generation after ours
has a little thing, right?
No. The thing is that they're growing around in the internet.
Oh yeah, we didn't have the internet
like
back then.
I grew up in the middle. Like we grew up in the middle. Like where,
yeah, but we still didn't have to say that we had internet to like move videos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that
like I remember, I as a kid I was still stuck in the 90s in a way. You know, you're like,
yeah,
shit is not being moved
like
by the internet.
We were getting upset because we lost our morning cartoons.
Yeah, like yeah,
over
exactly.
Like that,
our attention was on TV still. You know what I mean? Now, like this generation's TV is YouTube and fucking shit like that. Like the internet, they're always on their phones. Like it's completely different generations, and it'll make sense that they stick to trends like this. You know what I mean? Like even back then for us, there would be trends, but
do you think that our trends
just took longer.
are ever gonna get over now? Like, is there gonna be something else besides trends?
I mean, as long as there's motion in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like again, like the internet is a mechanism. It's a world of its own.
Yeah.
You know, so people are living in it essentially because people are always stuck to their phones and they're checking their shit. And, you know, it's almost like living two lives. I don't know if you noticed this. It's like you're living your life and then you go online and you live another life.
Yeah, kind of like Dwight. When Dwight.
Yeah, even if you think that the version of you online is you, it's really not. Because you're only showing what you want to show people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what's... well, I guess so.
It's a filtered version of you online.
Totally.
It's a world of just a filtered version of you. Or even in the worst case scenario where there's a troll, like that person's the worst case scenario of themselves.
Yeah.
So
on that platform, yeah.
exactly, or just on the internet. Period. You know,
like I'm pretty sure a lot of time. I mean, dude, I've caught myself sometimes like
jerking off.
No, I'm not. I've caught myself a lot of times
jerking off to some.
I've caught myself like really stopping myself from
Jerking off.
being a yeah, it's not happening. No, I've stopped myself from
All right, go.
I stopped myself many times from like writing not a hateful comment, but trying to correct people. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like like this is, for example, like something's on the internet and they're trying to like kind of school people on something, but it's like completely wrong, and I'm just like, I know this is wrong, so I should say something, you know.
But let me stop you there though. Just you explaining that, how much energy did that take?
No, but you see, like, just try. Oh yeah, I guess
but
now
you see what I'm saying. Like,
well, because you get on saying fucking jacking off.
No, but that's because you kept making the you kept like saying it like
Sexual.
No. You just kept you were opening opportunities for a joke there. So I was like, I have
no, but yeah, I think when I come to think about like the times that I had to like try to intervene, like I've really stopped myself from like really like saying anything, because I'm not saying that it's a waste of energy, or I just feel like sometimes like what's the point? People are just gonna be fucking doing whatever they want, you know?
Yeah, but even if you get the best comment in the thread, like it's like it still takes time to do that. I mean, like for me, explaining to somebody on the internet about something, like other than this, because this is like a full on conversation.
Yeah.
But like if I'm gonna go on there and write a comment for one person to see, but everybody around sees it.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's like trying to teach someone that's not gonna want to listen anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why would I waste my fucking time? Like, that's all. It just takes so much fucking time and energy out of your fucking.
Yeah.
I'm like, for me, it's just read it. If it's funny, laugh.
Yeah.
And even if it's negative, I'm like, all right, cool.
Like I do appreciate a good like funny comment. I do appreciate that, but I hate the ones that are like, oh, this is the right way. I don't know why they're doing that. Like, just say a funny comment or whatever, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, that's everything in general on the internet. You know what I mean? No matter what you put on there, even like big artists, you know how much shit they get. You know? So it's not just, it's everybody. You know, it's equal hate for everyone.
Yeah, there's no love hate. There's only hate.
Yeah,
unless you're having like revenge sex or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember life before the internet?
I do. I think you started it well. Cartoons, TV was a big thing for me. Like, I used to be glued to the TV before I even before I even had a computer. Like, that used to be my center of attention all the time, you know? And then my brother bought a PS2 when I was like, I would say in middle school. So that took a lot of my time too. And then on top of that, I started watching movies. I started getting into movies. And reading for me came in really late. Like,
reading? You got into books a lot after.
Yeah, I didn't really read until like later in my life. Like, it's gonna be embarrassing, but I don't think I read an entire book until I was 25.
Do you really?
Yeah. I was really fucking late to read.
I don't even think I mean, honestly, I don't want to say it, but I hate reading. Like,
I hate it too, and I think that's the reason why I try to stay away from it as much as possible. But it's a medium that I feel like will last either way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
even if let's just say the internet goes down tomorrow, we still have
people have to read.
We still have books we could rely on books.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm not saying that reading is bad. Like, it's never going to be bad, you know? But reading, to me, every time I read something, I can never picture what I'm reading.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's like my ADHD or whatever you want to call it. Or
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that could be some sort of dyslexia, because I have dyslexia too, where I don't really read everything entire. Like I skim through stuff, so I think certain words are other words, and then it gets confusing. But later, I mean, I was like that in the beginning. But I think once I just kind of persisted a little bit, I kind of got over it. But other than that, I'm a very slow reader. Like, I don't like go through books. Like a
Yeah.
lot of these people, like they just literally read a book like in a day
Like
or
with a
two.
week or so.
Yeah, there's people that do it in hours.
Really?
Yeah,
like
there's-
500-page books. And
Yeah,
things
I'm
like
pretty
that?
sure they skim a lot of it, but like, yeah, I'm very slow to reading. Like for me, a chapter a day is fine.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I see that. That's. But do you as a reader now? Do you ever feel like even a chapter a day, like a little, like I want to say like a lot, but it feels like it's a never ending book. Like
No, it just depends on how interested you are in the book. It's like the movie. It's like if you start a movie, is it good? Is it going anywhere? If not, you're gonna change it. It's very similar to that.
but I mean, for the most part, you buy your books now. You don't even rent them, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't go to the library or anything like that, right?
No, it's because when I go to the library, I get too happy and I start looking for so many books, and like, I'm like, what's the point?
And
I'm
you
not-
walk
I'm not
out
read-
like
yeah, I'm not
you
gonna
walk
read.
out like with like a whole little
No.
wagon.
No, like Matilda. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I'm like, I would like to check out a lot of these books, but I know I'm not gonna read them all.
Yeah.
So unless I have a specific book I have in mind,
Yeah.
but at that point, it's just so easy to buy a book now. It's not like, you know what I mean. It's not. It's
Well, yeah, well, Amazon and
But
all that.
I'm not saying, I'm not saying don't support your libraries. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, if anything, libraries are very important. I'm just saying, like, if you, I mean, I can just buy it. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to buy it.
And talking about libraries, have you ever gone to like a coffee shop just to work on something?
I can never do that.
I mean, there's people who do it. I mean, there's a
No,
lot
no,
of
no.
people who
I
do it.
understand. There's people that need like noise and stuff around, like
Yeah.
stuff happening around them. I'm the
I'll be distracted.
I'm the total opposite. Like I can't do that. Like I have to be by myself. I have to be away. Like I can't be around stuff going on unless it's like a project you're working on with multiple people,
Yeah.
and you're mainly just chiming in ideas. Like I could do that.
Yeah.
But like if I have to like concentrate and really do concentrated work, whatever that is, I have to be alone.
But then you would say that's like your best work, where you do your best work.
Yeah, I would say best work. Yeah, I mean, you would want to always be alone when you want to do your best work because less distractions.
Yeah.
And just less going on. I think that's why sometimes like you would feel more focused at night. It's because you're not scared that you're gonna miss out on anything throughout the day. So you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it at night, and at least I know a lot of people are sleeping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Imagine going to like the coffee shop when there was no one there and then they're closed.
Yeah. No. But I do understand how there's people that go there and do work and they love working around that environment. I do like being out and just getting some fresh air.
Mhm.
But again, for me, a lot has to do with just being alone. Again, like if you whatever the situation is. I don't know where we're going with this, to be honest.
I mean, I was just bringing it up
You know-
because you say you're a big book reader now, so it's like
Well, I just take a book at a time. I don't. Nothing fancy.
But
there.
like for those people who are, I mean, because there is people like you who get into reading books at a very late age.
Oh yeah.
And a lot. I'm not sure if it's just maturity or is it just that someone really recommended you a good book. But what is like a good what's a good way to pursue a first time reading a book? Like, what's the best way to look at it? Like,
You know what? For me, all the bonus stuff to a book always distracted me, like the forwards, the notes and all that. Like I would skip all that,
like the index and all that
yeah,
stuff.
well, there's like extra shit in there, like different. Like I would just skip that and go straight to the book. Like like I realized that sometimes I won't even start a book because I was like, like what if I would like to read some of that, but I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna skip all that and go straight to the book. Sometimes like there's this. I don't know. When I was a kid, I was like, oh, I gotta read it from front to back. Like,
Like
I gotta read it in order. And
Yeah.
like now, it's like this is why you have the table of contents, right? You just go straight to what you want to read.
So
And then
there is
before
people
that,
who skip like certain things, like just like
Yeah, I mean, if there's a chapter or depending on the book too. Like if it's a story, you want to start from the in the beginning, of course.
But if it's just like a biography, you can just skip.
Yeah,
it.
like
Or
you can just go
autobiography,
straight to what
whatever.
you want to get to. You don't have to fucking read the whole thing. You know, it's really what you want out of it.
All right, were you ever a comic book fan? Like,
Not really, no.
I
was
always
never.
find them. Comic books are. If I didn't like reading a book without pictures, even with pictures, will confuse me even more sometimes.
I like pictures within novels.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
one or two pictures within within a book is fine because it kind of gives you an idea of the world, like the author's talking about.
Yeah,
But like a comic book for me, it's not that it's not that I don't like them or anything. It's just, it's a different way to read it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for me, like again, this is coming from a person that didn't like reading as a kid.
Yeah,
And started kind of late reading. So like for me, if anything,
kind of late.
yeah, I started really late.
Yeah. Actually, you started like in your 20s, right?
Like mid-20s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's embarrassing to say, but
No, it's not.
But
I
at the
don't
same
think
time,
so.
like,
I mean, it would have been nice if we did earlier, or if you did.
yeah. And the weird
whatever.
thing too, in the very beginning, the books that were like I was attracted to were the self-help books. A lot of self-help books, but then I realized they're full of shit. Most of them are full of shit. It's just everybody's perception of their own success. You know, that's pretty much what it is. And even the good ones, it's just good information to know in certain times.
Yeah,
that's all it really is.
It kind of falls back to like not everybody's way of doing things works out.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the perfect.
Those are kind of books. Like
that's the perfect way to put it because your life is not going to plan out how that person's life planned out.
I mean,
even
biographies. Gives you an idea of what what it is to work hard for it.
Yeah, and it gives you you motivation.
But
too.
it doesn't mean that you're gonna go do like, okay, I know I gotta do this to go get that. Like
exactly.
Like, but you know that it takes hard work to get what they got.
Yeah,
you know?
I think that was my problem with the self-help books because I was like, oh, I see how this person did it. This is how I want to approach life, or this is how I want to approach work, or this is how I want to approach getting a career or something. And then I realized, oh, that shit didn't work for me. So
see, I didn't even read a book, and I'm already giving you, you know.
Yeah, you're the one teaching me.
Yeah, I'm teaching you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about the 6th Street Bridge opening, bro? Was that like? You don't know what the 6th Street Bridge is?
No.
It was this iconic bridge that went from downtown LA to East LA.
Really? Oh, it's one of those bridges that they show in the movies a lot?
Yeah, they filmed everything.
Yeah. Didn't they tear that down, though?
So they tore it down, and they just a few years ago. I don't know, maybe over for sure over 7 years ago, maybe about so. I forgot when.
Sounds like a waste of money to me.
But I guess it was. They were trying to. The things that they were.
I mean, what's the point of tearing it down?
Well, they were trying to preserve it. Like they were really trying to save it, but I guess the columns and the whole floor, like the whole structure of it, they were afraid that it was really bad. So if it got to like a big massive earthquake, it wasn't.
Okay,
it wasn't. Makes sense. So they tried, and they tried like looking at ideas.
You know what? That's what I feel about a lot of these older freeway pathways in Los Angeles. Like, I got a feeling a lot of these freeways aren't going to survive a big one.
I don't know if you've seen, when I'm driving by, sometimes like over a bridge, underneath a bridge, I see the blocks of concrete holding each other in like Legos.
Yeah.
And then I see a big gap between between the concrete. And I'm just like, that don't look safe to me. You know?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. If you ever pay attention, like if you're ever driving down the road and you see like even like when you're even driving on a freeway, sometimes they have like metal plates.
Yeah.
Because they're just like two like Lego pretty much concrete pieces.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah. And it feels very unsafe for me. Like, but I mean, we all drive through them. I mean, it's holding all this weight. Here.
The beautiful thing about Los Angeles, like if you once you really get to go around it, through the freeways, you start realizing
how terrible it is.
How terribly designed these freeways were, because a lot of these freeways are the original freeways that were built like way back in the early.
I mean, especially that 110 entrance going towards Pasadena.
Yeah, all those.
But those were like there was no on ramp. Like, it was just your stop sign, go on.
You know what's the worst merger in LA? And you know it was built way back in the day. It was the 101 south to the 10 south.
You mean the 101 and the 110?
Yeah, the 110. My bad.
You know what? It's not that bad.
No,
People
but
just
you
don't
could,
know how to get around it.
No. But if you really
But I
look,
guess
if
so,
you
it is
really
kinda
look
bad.
at it, it's supposed to be like a murder, right? It's like a mosh pit. You have to become an opportunist in that situation. Like, hey, I'm gonna fucking get in this lane, and do you like it or not?
Well, if you know how, if you know, if you, well, obviously, well, if you're a tourist, if you're coming off the 101 south to the 110 south, I would see why is a big confusion. But
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know that if you stay on that same lane, you could just merge into the 110 without having to merge into.
But it takes you up the little hill, right? And
yeah,
then
it takes
down
you
again.
like a little bridge,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of problem.
But
with,
again,
like,
it's
but for me, like I'm the one like coming down the 110, going to work, hopping over to the right lane where the 101's merging from, because nobody goes on there.
Yeah.
So I avoid all the traffic.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, like even the 5 is pretty huge, and then when it gets to like a certain part in downtown, it becomes literally like 2 lanes, and it's like the worst part to be 2 lanes.
No, that's
And then the Pomona,
that's
it's
they reopened already though.
Like all those freeways are just randomly just fucking. Hey, let's just put a fucking freeway here.
That construction there on the 5 actually reopened already. Like there's a carpooling now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, my I don't think it's as bad as it was when they were doing construction.
You know who has really fucking beautiful freeways?
Who?
Anaheim. They have some.
Oh yeah, dude. Anaheim, because I go down Santa Ana a lot.
Dude,
yeah,
they have some of the most beautiful freeways. Just even driving on them is so smooth and so serene.
It's 5 lanes,
dude. They
they
spoil their people out there for sure.
And I mean, there's still traffic. But the traffic doesn't last as long as it does in LA.
Yeah,
like you could be on the 5 freeway passing, going towards like Anaheim already and towards Irvine and those areas. Like even San Diego, dude. San Diego has
San Diego's pretty roads. Do you think a lot of the money that city gets is through Disneyland? Anaheim,
perhaps. I mean, I don't. Maybe they have like a big like what is it, like donation towards it because they want the roads to look nice for them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see why that would not be possible, not be a thing for them. But I do think because there's a lot of tech companies on there too. I think.
Yeah, Irvine.
Yeah, those like it's kind of like going to San Jose is a piece of shit city, but they have nice roads too.
Yeah,
because like what was that one place called?
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley is like nearby, so
gotcha.
I would see why.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess the only chaotic part is the actual city, right?
just don't drive and you'll survive.
Yeah, which is crazy, dude. Because I remember you took me while that like it was just mayhem at the time, supposedly. But when we were there, it seemed pretty chill. Like,
well, that one time you had to go pee and you were stuck on traffic.
No, the time we went to San Francisco.
Oh, I took it. Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
You know, I never really got to drive around the city because
By the way, I want to go back to that story too.
Yeah.
All
right, well, then tell me. What do you want to know?
Yeah. So on our way back the next day from San Francisco, because I joined my friend on a trip, and on our way back, I told him, dude, you gotta pull over. I gotta pee. And he's
yeah.
And the part that was pissing me off is like Lalo kept telling me, dude, just wait longer. And I hate when he says that because I already know. Like he's like, when he tells you the next stop, what he really means is like he's gonna stop wherever he wants, like wherever he knows. And then
exactly what I was doing. I actually was gonna stop at a place that I knew where I could stop, not to a place where I knew.
But it's because
I didn't know, and I wasn't sure if we were gonna be able to. And look what happened.
I very much appreciate that, but at this point, I don't think that was an option. I think I would have fucking pissed my pants and I would have pissed the truck for sure. So we got off. We got off on a gas station. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna pump gas." Oh no, you didn't pump gas, right?
I did pump gas. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't pump gas.
Doesn't matter.
Gas.
Doesn't matter. The point is, I went into the store, the little gas station store, and I asked him, hey, do you think I could fucking use the restroom? I gotta fucking really pee.
Yeah, the restrooms were right outside.
And I even told, I'll buy anything. It doesn't matter. Like, no, it's not open to the, because at that time, I forgot to mention, during this time was COVID.
Oh,
so
that's right,
every fucking place, even the McDonald's, which is like,
it was all closed.
It was like the universal bathroom for the world.
Now picture that. Picture what you went through during COVID. I was driving back and forth. There was nowhere I could stop by and get food that didn't have a drive-through. So, like, imagine the pain for the trucker at that time.
Yeah, but I want people to feel sorry for me.
No,
so. You know what I mean?
No, dude. So, talking about that, now that you're bringing it up, because I want people to feel sorry for me too. You know, like, as a driver, I mean, obviously, I don't drive a full rig or anything like that, but I drive big trucks where, like, there's no space for them in the drive-throughs.
Yeah.
There's no space for them to even park in certain places. Like, let's say I had to stop by somewhere in the city.
Yeah.
There was just no way for me to stop by and get, get food because my truck was oversized. So I was like, where am I going to fucking park this bitch? Like, there's no parking in LA. There's no parking anywhere. And I'm just like, well. So, yeah. So there were a lot of times where I had to walk to the drive-thru. I had to walk through the drive-thru and be like,
but
hey.
They were cool with that?
See, they were. And sometimes, like, those people just give me the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but see, I that's kind of fucked up, though, for truckers. Like, how the fuck are they going to get their food?
So, yeah. So, I was a big problem. I did manage to find spots later, like an In-N-Out that they had a big-ass line. And then they'll see me with my big truck. Like, oh, hey, are you ordering? Like, yeah. And so, then I'll just eat in my truck.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, I'm not going to eat In-N-Out all the time.
Yeah.
So I had to find spots where, like, they were kind of breaking the rule a little bit. They were bending the rule a little bit. So there was some spots that you.
I mean, but yeah, they had to. Yeah,
or the next best choice was to go eat at a fucking gas station food, and you know how terrible that is.
Yeah, gas station food. I feel like you can only do that once, and it's on the way back, and you have to be really close to home.
Yeah,
that's the only time I would like gamble on gas station food. But yeah, I guess, restaurants had to show some sort of concern for the truckers at the time, right? Because not only are they moving more shit around than usual because of COVID, because now you need more shit moved around.
But I don't think that was the case, though. I never felt like they were like, I never felt like there was a day or where like, oh, these truckers are working, just get them in, get them some food or blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
Like, so I never felt like there was, like, a place that really kind of catered to those people.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but, I don't think California has, like, truck-friendly gas stations. A lot of them.
Not in LA. I mean, if you're going, like, long distance, like, if you're, like, in the middle of, like, I don't know, like, Bakersfield, there might be a gas station where, like, it's a gas station because they have to stop, you know? But there's, like, those big rig gas stations, but if you're talking about like small ones, sometimes you can't even fit in those because the height of it doesn't. Yeah, and even then, if you do get in there, like it's just a bitch to get in there and get out.
Yeah, but back to my story though, a sad one.
Oh yeah. So okay, so you're asking to use a restroom.
Yeah, I asked her and she said no, but she said it with a little attitude. You know, she gave me a little attitude. And I was like, well, what can I do? At this point, I'm already in pain. And I was like, Lalo, there's like a little space in the back of the fucking store. I'm like, just have my back and let me take a piss. Yeah. And now I was like, and then I started peeing. And then I forgot I forgot what reason. You're like, hey, dude, I gotta go back to the truck for something. Like, don't worry, they're not going to come back here. So I started peeing, and I'm exposing myself, in fucking public. I'm pissing in the back of this fucking
I think you were next to the gas station where there was a fence dividing a different.
I was between the fence and the store, but there was enough space for me to pee there, and the fence in the back, it was a huge field. No one would fucking see me.
Yeah, there was like a factory next door.
Yeah, it was a fucking field. It was like it was an unused lot.
Okay.
And there was nothing there. But I swear to God, this fucking, I don't know, I want to hold back my words a little bit, but this nice lady, you know, she fucking went to the back and found me.
No, she didn't find you. She saw you.
Well, I'm getting to that. She found me there, and she's telling me off. She's like, "You can't fucking piss it." Blah blah. Blah. She's going off, and like,
she's so nice.
First of all, at this point, I'm already mid to closing flow. Yeah. I can't stop it at this point. So at this point, it's funny because she wouldn't stop looking at my dick, but at this point, I had to just look her in the eye. And I was just...
Why are you pissing?
I had to because she wouldn't look away. But she's, at some point. But, yeah, it pissed me off, dude. I was
how I picture you? Have you seen that?
But no, because and then later I realized, I'm like, this bitch really just fought. Like, she was keeping an eye on me since I left the fucking store.
Yeah.
Like, she wanted to get her point across. And then at the end, she's like, I'm going to fucking call the cops. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, she hated you.
Yeah, dude, but
I don't know, it's kind of like, why are you gonna stop somebody from peeing? You already asked
I really couldn't, I couldn't stop. Even if I wanted to, at that point, I just had that fucking eye-to-eye contact with her, and it's funny because she wouldn't stop looking. She just wouldn't stop looking. It's pretty small, but at the same time, I don't think it's that much of a difference. You know?
Yeah. But maybe she was into it, dog.
I don't know. Maybe she wanted to catch me.
Yeah.
Maybe she wanted to see my little pecker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know? But at this point, I realized, I remember when I was looking her in the eye, I realized I am in the moment right now. And I don't care.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
At the point, just keep looking at me. You know, I really don't care.
What's she gonna do? Tackle you down when you're fucking around? What the fuck?
At this point, I was like, peeing is the fucking prize right now. Fuck you, you know? And I remember I got a little heated after that, but it was the best piss ever because, of course, if I would have fucking kept it any longer, I probably would have blown my bladder or something.
I do apologize for that, but I didn't think... When you told me, I think I gotta use the restroom, I was like, okay, I think we can make it. We said, by the way, we said about another hour and a half.
I know that's what
about an hour. Oh, you know, less than an hour. You have about maybe 30 minutes left.
That's what I'm saying. When Lalo says, I have a place up that I stop, I'm like, I know this is gonna take some time.
I didn't know.
I already know. I knew in my head because at first it was creeping up, but I was like, okay, it's still fine. We're not we're still in a good zone. But you kind of did get a little temper. You got a little attitude with me.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Just don't expect me to keep stopping like this all the time. I think you told me that, and you got a little attitude.
No, I think I just told you. I remember telling you.
You're pretty much just don't expect.
No, I remember you telling you oh, I know the spots is to stop. I don't. And even then, I've had times where I had to pull over myself,
yeah.
And I'm just like. You're not the only person I've done this to because there's been another guy that I trained not too long ago.
Yeah,
and he told me I gotta use the restroom, and in my head I'm like, okay, I know where to stop because he told me I had a good time, but
see,
but this is what happened is that when he told me, I thought the exit was coming up, and it never came up. I already had passed it, so I thought it was coming up.
You know what's the solution to this?
Just stop and pull over.
No.
Don't drive with anybody.
No. Listen to me closely. We should have helmets that we could share each other's pain. You know what I mean? So when I'm fucking holding it and I'm telling you it hurts, you fucking feel that same pain, bitch.
What's that one? You know how they have that machine where they put it on guys to let them know.
Oh, the cramps.
The cramps and.
I think they even have a simulation for giving birth.
There you go, simulation.
Right?
Yeah. So I'm actually down to get one, and we could do one live on the pod.
Fuck no, put it on Danny.
I'd be really honestly. I would be really curious.
So
honestly,
so Danny from for shout out to their podcast too. To Mexicans One Mic.
Two Mexicans Mike. Again, I mean, we're bringing him on soon.
Yeah, he'll be on. But shout out to him. But I think he would be the perfect person to go through that.
I think he would be down too. I think he'd be down. But yeah, shout out to Two Mexicans One Mic.
Even though it's 4 of them, I think.
Yeah. Well, see, I think now Two Mexican One Mic is their production.
Oh, okay.
But they're still just under it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, yeah, dude, I'll be definitely willing to try it if you're willing to try it.
I'm not, so you're not gonna try it.
But, yeah, I mean, I see it very much as a opportunity to see outside of my own body in a way.
Yeah, that's why you dream.
That's why are you gonna suffer, man?
Yeah, that's why you sleep and you dream. You dream of other worlds.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I want to feel it.
Yeah. Then that's BDSM. That's a whole different thing. Yeah. Hey, can I ask you something? Would you be into that? Or are you into that?
I'm probably am.
You like being treated like shit. Huh?
Nah, I'm not really. I'm a very low.
You're like in the middle.
Yeah. See, that's the thing though. Like, I don't.
You stop at BD and then no SM.
Like, I don't think I've ever really gotten any kind of like torture during sex at all. I don't. Or have I done any kind of torture?
But I don't get that either. Like, I don't. Is it like just all mental? What is it? Like, I don't understand. Like yeah, like when you come, you're like, yeah, you get a stimulation in your mind, but how the fuck, like, without intercourse, how does that work? Like, is it all just you want to see somebody suffer, or like, I don't understand that. It's
more like maybe for sure has to do some trauma, like some childhood trauma.
It has
for sure.
to, right? There is no healthy. There is no healthy.
There's not. Yeah, there's no
even
way,
even if people say they do healthy BDSM, I still think it's rooted in something unhealthy, right?
Yeah, I don't think it ever was like, oh, hey, I laugh at pain or anything like that. You have to kind of like see it.
Yeah. It's kind of, it's a weird.
Because like, even if like you, like, okay, let's say that you're even kind of getting into it.
Yeah.
You kind of have to kind of like really see it to know how fucked up it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If you really like how fucked up it is, then you're just something else.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things that I guess we would never understand. Even though,
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's I'm pretty sure there's a good understanding of what it is if you're the person who likes it.
Yeah.
But you have to get into their heads, like really like see what they like about it.
Yeah, maybe we could ask Danny too.
Yeah, maybe Danny's really into that shit.
Yeah.
He's all like into that.
Yeah, again, we're saving these questions for Danny. Yeah.
I mean, for all that I know, I mean, I don't really like pain.
Hey, can I ask you something? Since we're talking about random topics and stuff, when it comes to like bands, like what's that one thing where alternative specifically, like alternative bands, rock bands, alternative rock bands, what's that one it factor for you that you're like, okay, maybe I could like this band? Or is it just does it take just one song for you, or is there a specific melody or almost a tone they have, or what is it?
You know, I've tried listening. I listen to a lot of new different things all the time, like a lot of different new music that comes. I think I even told you I listen to I go on Spotify, and I'll see what's new on the radar. It's called new on the radar. It's pretty much called, and it's like all these bands that I either like or similar bands. I just release singles, and if their song catches my attention, I will actually go to the actual band and I'll listen to the discography.
Yeah.
Or sometimes what I'll even do, like I'll start a radio channel and then I'll see. But a lot of times, like it's really hard for me to get into new bands. Not saying that these bands are not good. It's just that it's hard to find a band that I like that I can listen to from like beginning to end, every album. And I know it's impossible, but with Arctic Monkeys, I found that.
Yeah.
Where I can listen to every fucking album from beginning to end. I mean, there's my favorites,
Yeah.
but I can listen to every album from beginning to end without like even skipping a song. I mean,
What's your least favorite album from Arctic Monkeys?
I mean, Tranquility is my least favorite.
Tranquility. What's the best album you think?
Humbug for sure.
Humbug.
Humbug.
You know what? I would have thought the 2013 release.
AM.
Yeah, that's AM, right?
AM was too radio.
Was to radio.
Too radio. I mean, it's still a good album.
But see, that's the thing.
That's my second to least favorite, if anything.
But see, that's the thing. Even with Arctic Monkeys, like even if they're radio, they still sound like Arctic Monkeys to me. They don't sound like they're selling out.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. It's like everybody just sold out because of that AM. I mean, Do Y'all Want to Know album. You know,
but you know what I mean? Like they don't sound like sellouts.
No, and it's funny we're mentioning
even though
this
it's like a sellout type of like album.
So last weekend I went to go see a cover Arctic Monkey cover band, and dude, like I was actually really happy with their set. I mean, I want to give them a shout out. I really want to give them a shout out. They're called Polar Primates.
Polar Primates?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, they go by they go by Polar Primates. And they're from Santa Ana, too.
Okay,
that's funny.
Santa Ana Winds.
Yeah, they're from Santa Ana Winds.
Shout out to Santa Ana Winds.
Shout out to Santa Ana Winds. Yeah, and so they started playing their set. Dude, they started with like the most random song, which was like Thunderstorms.
Yeah, are they Paisa, by the way?
Yeah, they're Mexican. Yeah.
Nice.
And so by the time the show was over, I was so fucking lit, dude. I went up to them, I was like, yo, bro, like, I asked them, how do you guys get together? How do you guys get together? How do you guys decide to form a cover band? Like, do you all have to like Arctic Monkeys? Or was it like, honestly, it kind of just happened. I found them. I think they told me, don't quote me on this, but I think they told me that they found each other on Craigslist.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Or I think the other band that was playing, I don't know, either way, but they found each other somehow on Craigslist.
Wait. So people use Craigslist other than hookups?
Yeah, other than hookups. I mean, I don't even think the hookup thing is in there no more.
Really? They took it off?
It's been off for like
it was almost like a for a while, huh?
Yeah, it was like it was. And they used to have like sexual encounters, men finding women and shit, but that's all gone. But I asked the guys, I was like, yo, how do you guys come up, like how do you decide to like, well, we just kind of got together and then we just started doing Arctic Monkey bands. Because I had told him that I wanted to do an Arctic Monkey band.
Yeah.
I wanted to call it Tropical Monkeys.
Tropical Monkeys. Okay.
Yeah. So I was, and then I told him my idea, he kind of goes like, kind of looked at me like, oh shit, that's pretty good. It's pretty clever too.
Yeah.
But I mean, their set was amazing.
yeah, Tropical Chimps.
The Tropical Chimps. Yeah.
That's funny because it's like the total opposite.
Yeah. But like even then, like I think Polar Primates is like
Polar Primates is pretty cool.
Yeah,
because they try to like say it's Arctic Monkeys without saying it.
Yeah, it's because there's a lot of cover bands who have
it's a synonym.
Yeah, exactly.
Band.
But there's a lot of cover bands who just use like I don't know, like say for example, I don't know. Let's say I want to start a Strokes band. Yeah, I'll just name it Undercover Darkness. You know. Like get it, okay. Undercover Darkness, and that's the name of the song.
Yeah,
but that's the kind of type that you get a lot of bands, like cover bands, where they try to just get like their favorite song or whatever, and they'll use it as a title for their band name.
211, 1211. What's that number?
1211.
Was it?
19. Was it? Which one?
What? I don't know what I'm talking about.
211. 505.
No, not 505. Did they play that song?
Yeah, they did play 505. Yeah.
Hey, low key, they were getting some or what?
Do you know what?
The girls were kind of
they played really early. Not really early. They played as the crowd was coming in.
Yeah.
I got there like at around 9:30. And then they didn't start playing till like almost 10, 15-ish. And they were supposed to go up at 10 because I think they were waiting for more people. Yeah. But dude, like overall, just right to my point, this band actually... I liked it. I enjoyed it. I mean, I've been enjoying a lot of cover bands because you get to hear songs live that you don't get to hear from your favorite band and whatnot. But this was a pretty cool experience. They played Pretty Little Visitors
Okay.
and shit like that. And they actually got down, dude. Like
I actually got lucky that one time you took me. We went to I think it was Pomona.
Glass House,
and they actually played that song.
Yeah,
which
they still played it everywhere else, but
which according to you, you said it was pretty rare for them to play, right?
Yeah, no, I had seen them play it a couple times, but it was still a very like it's one of those songs where you want to mosh pit to,
yeah.
And it kind of always carries on.
It's very aggressive. Very
I think like the songs that they really steer away from were like Marty Bum,
okay,
and what's the other one? That's Scummy Man, the Scummy song. Fuck, I forgot the name of it. I can't think of it. But yeah, back to that. There was a really good cover band. I'm actually gonna ask them if they want to come on the pod.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, because I was actually having a good conversation with them outside the venue. Pretty cool people.
Yeah. Did you buy them a beer?
No, I'm telling you,
I'm putting you on blast here.
No, I didn't buy them a beer. Even like the Interpol band, like they were pretty cool too. I seen them a couple times, and you saw them too. I took you to see them. So, but at that point, I didn't really care because I already had seen them like a couple times, and I was just more there for the Arctic Monkey. The Interpol was just kind of like the cherry on top.
Okay.
Monkey.
They played that same night too.
Yeah. So
wow.
So it was Polar Primates, and then it was public. What's the fucking name? Public Pervert. That's what they go by.
Okay. That'd be funny if they're called No I and Threesome.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them.
Well, there is 4 of them in that band.
There's 4 of them.
Yeah, but that's another good cover band too.
Yeah,
like, I really do like it's almost crazy how identical people could get, like when it comes to covering bands.
Yeah,
even with voices and stuff.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate like those bands that really go for it.
So would you say having a cover band, it's more for the fun of the love of the music you all have in common?
I think it's really fun and and the love of the music.
Yeah. What would be the dangers? Like you always being comfortable just playing that?
No, I think the dangers would be really fucking it up for a fan that really loves the band, and then you're kind of like.
So it's a lot of pressure. It's one of those ways, a lot of pressure.
I mean, I spoke to them after the show, and they're like, "Hey guys, you guys fucking did awesome." Blah blah blah. I even told them, "You guys should have played this. You guys should have played that." And then they're like, "Yo, we can't cram all that stuff in, but like we try to like know all of it. So if we get I'm not a recommendation. What's that? Like a song they want to hear. We could try to play it, and things like that. So I thought that was cool. But like I wanted them to play the last Shadow Puppets, and they're like, "Oh man, you should have been here for our last show. We actually did it." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Oh damn!" But other than that, like I think it's really fun. I would find it really fun, honestly. Find a group of people who like the same music and the same band, like I probably won't even have you anymore.
Do you think that's like do you think that's like fuck, I forgot the word for it. Like a hobby band for them, and they have other bands, or
I would really like to know they had other bands because we're all good musicians. Even the little bass player is a little skinny kid. He's probably not even a kid, but he's a skinny cat, like with some real like big glasses, and he had like a fucking big ass bass, but that fool was getting down, dude.
What do you think the goal for a cover band would be, though, other than pleasing the fans?
You know what? I saw a Linkin Park cover band a month ago or so, and they had their own merch.
Oh, really?
They had a big following, dude.
Damn.
Like, dude, they especially now because Linkin Park isn't playing.
Yeah.
It's good to that's a good thing. I think they had just gone from like playing from San Diego.
Yeah.
So it looks like this band. There's some cover bands that have like some big following and they travel.
Gotcha.
And they're just cover bands too. They're not even doing their own music. So, I mean, I get it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of like a waste of talent if you think about it. But like at the end of it all, like as long as you're having fun, I think it's cool.
Yeah. Would you have a cover band?
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. But I wouldn't want to do like just one band. I want to do like different covers. Gotcha. Like I'll probably throw in some Vampire Weekend, some Interpol, some Arctic Monkeys, some Strokes.
Dude, Vampire Weekend.
Yeah, and things like that. That's what I would do. But I wouldn't be able to stick to one band because like as much as it already is, like even my favorite songs, sometimes I would skip them because I just have them too much played out. So even then, like for my own, like the bands that I play in, sometimes I think like, oh, I don't want to play this song. So it would be cool just to mix around,
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you because ever since I've known you, you've always known of all these bands way before like I did, especially at that time. At that time, I was more focused on like on metal, and once in a while hip hop. But it was a big contrast. It was never like it's not that I didn't like other type of rock. It was more like
I remember the first time I showed you Muse.
Yeah, Muse was pretty cool.
The reason why I think I showed you Muse at the beginning, I remember they had like that. I think it was what was it?
Unplugged Baby.
Nah, it was the one that started with the piano.
Oh,
not Selections.
it's not Unnatural Sections.
No. Well, anyway, it started with the piano, and then and you're like, "What is this?" Blah blah blah, and then you start to hear the guitar, and then you're like, "Holy shit, it's fucking dope!" Yeah. And I remember you coming back, and you're like, roll it again."
Yeah, I think the only reason I'm into alternative music is because of you. Because I don't think I'd ever. I mean, I would have heard it like at a bar. Or like,
but you would have never like put attention to it, like
probably not. Yeah. No, I wouldn't. Yeah. So the reason why I'm mostly into it is because of you. I'm into a lot of ska because of you.
Yeah.
I've heard some ska before, but again, it's not something I would have explored further, especially back then because back then there was no streaming.
Yeah,
it was everything you had to buy. You know, everything was a CD.
I mean, I don't know if I ever told you how I got my ska music from Mexico.
Yeah.
Like I would always tell like my brother would bring some one time that he went over, he brought in some ska. But what I would do, there was this bus that would leave our school that would go straight to downtown LA.
Yeah.
And I found a shop that would always bring like Mexican ska band CDs.
Yeah.
And every time, I never know what the fuck I was buying. I never knew. I just knew, like, hey, is that from Mexico? I was like, yeah, check out this band, blah, blah, blah. And I would buy it. And I would just go home and sometimes there was like one or two that like, I didn't really like. They were like, whatever. But later on, I did get into them. But that's why I got most of my music. Like, I would buy like these random ska bands from Mexico. And
yeah,
I would like spend, like, my dad would give me like, like $4 or $5 a day.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, like $4 or $5 a day. And then, like, at the end of the week, I would have $20.
Holy shit.
So the CD would cost, like $15 or something. So I'll take the bus over there, and I'll go buy the CD. And the guy, this shop was, like, I don't know if you've been to downtown, but they used to have an arcade.
Okay.
And right next to the arcade, they used to have, like these stores where you could, like, walk in. Like, it almost felt like you were walking into, like a candle store where everything's, like, in blinds, and you walk past the blinds, and, and you'll walk all the way to the back, and they had like a whole like metal and rock, and they had everything. But it was really marketed a lot to like rock en español kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like and then they had a wall there. Like I remember asking them like, "Hey, what band is that?" Like, I'm looking for ska. It's like, "Oh, dude, come over here." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I used to have like, I used to have like when you used to have like the CDs, you used to have like a booklet of CDs.
Yeah.
Has it.
Oh, okay.
I haven't asked for it back.
Okay.
But
is it on loan or did you give it
I lent her a couple of years ago.
To that person, I mean.
Yeah, to that person.
Yeah.
And I haven't asked for it back, but I probably should. Maybe it's gone. Maybe she lost it. I don't know. Or maybe that person lost it.
Yeah.
Or him.
Or maybe find it on eBay.
Yeah, yeah, but
offer up.
That was a really good collection of music. I mean, I don't really care now because all those things are on Spotify now.
Yeah,
but back then, like those Mexican ska bands, you could not find it anywhere.
Yeah.
Like if anybody would like, if anything, sometimes I will have shirts on.
Yeah.
And people will be like, will see me at shows like, hey, where'd you get that from? Like, where's that from?
Dude, exactly. Even getting shirts back in the day, it was like a thing.
I mean, but these were like local bands making their names out here out of a fucking store in downtown LA.
Yeah.
So like there was this band called Parranda Magna, and I remember it was like a circle with like checkers, and then it had like a guy skanking in the middle, and it had the name. And people were like, "What is that?" Parranda Magna, and like, oh, and I got some people into it.
Yeah. How much pushes did you get through that fucking shirt?
None.
None.
I wish I could be more proud of it, but no.
Hey, did you ever like get pussy because of fucking music?
No, actually,
you a musician? Never?
No, not that I could be like, oh, hey, I play music.
Really?
Let's meet up. No, I
Because
mean,
I've been at some shows and you could tell like there's certain musicians that get.
yeah, there is, but I think that's an ego. I don't have that kind of ego.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like I'm a saxophone player.
You're very humble, actually.
Yeah, I'm a saxophone player, so I'm not gonna be
all
like
saxophone. Are all saxophone players humble?
Nah. I knew some dogs. I knew some dogs.
Yeah.
I knew some dogs.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say who, but yeah, I knew some dogs. But I mean that scene, that whole ska scene, when I bring my next
It's pretty
guest,
savage, huh?
it they get pretty dark.
Yeah,
Dude.
it gets really dark.
It almost felt like the dark side of the ring, you know, like when you. And it's funny too because for me, like I didn't really get to live that part of the time, like that scene, because I had always been in and out the scene. So like, there's people on there who I've been playing music for since I was like maybe 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
Who don't even know who I am, you know, and that's the beauty about it, because I'm not saying like, oh, I want to be known or anything, but it's just like, or not want to be known. It's just like, it was just nice that I go in there and then I could still feel part of, like, you know, the like, if I did like a band, I could like just go.
Without naming any names, did you know if there was like certain bands kind of like against other bands in a sense?
Yeah, there
was rivalries.
There still is. There still is. There still is, and it's almost.
Is it mainly because of like the type of music? Like almost like, do they sound almost identical or no? Or ideas here and there flow?
I mean, I'll
because I know a lot of these bands share a lot of the same musicians over and over.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, because it's hard to find them.
Yeah,
but there is this one band. I'm not gonna say the name. They're still playing. They're still active. And this is probably like maybe 2012 or 2013.
Yeah.
And we have finished playing our set, and the band the next band was gonna go up, the ones that we know.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I just see like some people just start jumping this people, like start jumping this band. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then like this is what I heard. Like as they whooped their asses and they were leaving, they're like, you better change your band's name. We had the name first. Yeah, dude. Like,
what the fuck?
It was wild, dude. Like,
over a fucking name?
Over a fucking band name. And I get it, too, but I don't think it's that serious.
Yeah.
Until you start making money. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You know, like, even then, like, my first band was called Cabrones. And I just found out, like 2 weekends ago, that one of my friend's band's first band was named Cabrones, too.
Oh, shit.
But we didn't know each other. Yeah. Their band never made it anywhere. And our band we started playing a lot of gigs. So yeah, so things like that, like it's wild. I mean, there was even like a lot of like Me Too movements going on.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Through the whole ska scene?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
Holy shit.
I got that. Dude, it got really serious, dude. At one point, it was like really kicking off. I think it still kind of is, but like there's
people calling out people like, fuck
at this point, like there's people trying to call people out. So yeah. I mean, it almost felt like his own little like Hollywood in between the ska scene. You know, like you gotta watch like what you say, what you do.
Yeah.
But back then, like no one get the rat's ass. Like you'll see, like gangsters going into ska shows because this would be a lot of backyards. This would be a lot of backyards going on, and then like cholos will walk into the backyards just because they're from the block. You better let them in.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't pay the entrance. So they're just like, oh, I'm from the block. And then they'll start selling like helium and shit like that. Or like, what's it called? NOS?
Yeah. I think that's what a lot of people wouldn't understand. Like if you're not from LA, like the backyards back in the day, it was a mixture of everything. It was like punks, metalheads, ska, fucking gangsters out of nowhere. Like it was all a big ass mix.
It was literally like the trail mix of music.
You know,
You know what I mean? Like you might not want the fucking like the raisins in there.
Yeah.
You know, like
whoa. You don't want to say raisins.
Okay, peanuts. I don't want the peanuts in there. Yeah.
Well, let's just not mention anything. Yeah.
All right, there's certain type of music you wouldn't want in there. Because I mean, for me, like, I didn't really care. We used to play with an old school rock en español band, and they were always around. Like people never really stuck around for them, or they were never there when they opened.
Yeah,
but they always somehow still played them gigs. You know, they always played them gigs.
Yeah.
So,
all right, trying to make it to a lighter note. What is one genre you didn't get into, but you wish you kind of explored a little bit more?
I would say more hip hop,
Yeah.
rap, or in general.
But I mean, you seem
I
to,
mean, I dab on it.
but you seem to
But
be into hip hop around certain people.
yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
no, actually, you know what? It's funny you say that because like when I didn't really start listening to a lot of like bangers like that
Yeah.
like until like,
By the way, I like the phrase. I like the
like
phrase.
when we started hanging out. When I started hanging out more with you, when we're already going like to a bar or
Yeah.
that kind of hangout because we just go to my house and we'll listen to a song and whatever. But like it's good pregame music sometimes,
Yeah.
It's kind of like what reggaeton is to me now.
Turns you up.
Yeah, it turns me up and it gets me like in the mood. I wouldn't be able to listen to it like if I was just alone in the car by myself. Like, I mean, I do listen to like Kanye here and there, but it's not like, it's not like like I want to hear some fucking I don't know what's a good fucking Chief Keef or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, like I can listen to Chief Keef if I'm with you, or if I'm like, or you're trying to vibe it out, trying to get pumped up, or like that kind of stuff. But I can't be like. I can't be listening to like I don't know Vampire Weekend and then like oh shit I'm gonna bump some Chief Keef. Like no, I can't do that.
Yeah. Hey, can I ask you if you would have never found music, do you think your life would still be the same in a sense?
Probably not. To be honest, I don't know.
What do you think you would be into other than music?
I mean, well, like play an instrument or
just without music in general. I mean, of course you're gonna listen to music because it's.
I don't know. I probably would have been more into video games.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of video games? Just sports?
Nah, not really. I don't know. I probably just would have been more like into like... Because remember, there was a time where we were into Gears of War.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of times when I was playing Gears of War, like I was really hard on music. So I can only imagine if I wasn't into music, I would have gone hard like on first-person shooters and stuff like that. So
yeah.
But I'm not a fan of games. Like I mean, I am, but I'm not really like that. Like I'm not gonna die for like... if I didn't get, I used to be like that kind of, but like into the wrestling games.
Gotcha.
Like I couldn't wait to get off and go home get off of school and go home to just go play, a Raw versus SmackDown or SmackDown, whatever.
Were you into wrestling to the point where you think you would have been a wrestler at one point, or not really?
Nah, because I never. I mean, I think I thought about it as a joke, but I never really took it serious.
Yeah.
Like
so you're saying everybody that does it is a joke?
No, you really have to take it serious.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like, at first I wouldn't say it's a joke, but it was always like a thing where like you really have to have a passion for it. Like it's not easy coming up with a character. It's not easy coming up with a stage presence for your character.
Yeah.
You really have to like really mess around the area just to get I mean, it's kind of like auditioning for a role and if people can buy that character, like really, if you can't really sell that character to somebody, like you are that person, then like for example, like the Undertaker, like to people like on the street, people think as him as Undertaker.
Yeah.
Like they look at him as Undertaker. Like they don't see him as I forgot his name, something Cowell, I forgot his name.
Yeah.
People don't see him as like, and sometimes he goes like, well, I breathe and live this character now that I'm just Undertaker everywhere I go.
What do you feel about the WWE taking on just social media celebrities now as wrestlers? Are you into that?
Honestly,
are you against that?
Honestly, I didn't really care. I don't really care. I mean, I know. Is it Logan Paul?
Yeah,
yeah. I know Logan Paul just signed, and I'm not gonna tell you that I didn't like him because he was actually pretty. I don't like him. But he had a pretty good match in WrestleMania, and I respect him. Like Bad Bunny.
Yeah, Bad Bunny was pretty good. He was pretty good.
Like if people could take it that seriously, and hopefully Logan Paul does, like he did in WrestleMania, I think that it will be fine.
Yeah.
But if it's gonna be something like I don't know,
if it's just for show, and
just
to get views.
Like I don't know if you saw like when fucking Trump was on WWE.
Yeah, that was a while back.
Yeah, I was like,
and he didn't wrestle. He was just
he didn't wrestle. But I mean, honestly, it was just like, it was like get in the fucking ring and wrestle Mr. McMahon because Mr. McMahon didn't want to wrestle him.
Yeah,
but yeah.
One last question before we leave.
Yeah.
To wrap it up for the rest of the day, and probably the rest of
The rest of the fleet here.
If there's one place you could live in the world other than LA, where would it be? Money at this point, this money doesn't matter. Everything doesn't matter. All the cons don't matter. Where one place. In
Damn, I would still want to be in Guadalajara.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You got some love over there or what?
Nah, food, man. Food, food, the scene, everything, dude.
Yeah.
Everything's dope.
Love is out there too?
Nah. Wait. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say Guadalajara.
Yeah.
No, but I just love that city. You know that.
Yeah.
I love that city, and I'll go back regardless of what it is. You know,
Yeah.
unless I know I'm getting chased by cartels. Yeah, I won't go to Mexico.
Yeah.
I probably go to like, honestly, San Diego.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's a good middle ground.
Yeah, because you
it's
get to
still-
Mexico and you still have
No, but it's San Diego's really nice.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of weird because it's really right next to TJ. TJ's the total opposite.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. It's
I think we said this how you're like in San Diego and it's all fucking nice, and you go to fucking, you see all the fucking all the people struggling who live in the mountains and shit.
yeah. It's a big contrast if you haven't been there. But that's actually a beautiful middle ground. You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, because you still go down there and go see your doctor.
yeah. Or get some Chinese food.
Yeah,
down there,
you have to go to Mexicali for that, but Mexicali has good Chinese food.
I'm in. Yeah, Chinese food down there.
The buffet. You mean the buffet?
Yeah, the buffet.
All right. We'll close it off with that.
Hey, it was nice knowing you.
Nice knowing you.
No, it was nice knowing you a little better. I didn't know a lot of these things, so I just wanted to ask you.
You see,
I've always wanted to ask you that.
All right, so don't talk to me for the next couple of days, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna avoid each other for like a whole month, and these are the type of conversations you get when we don't talk to each other at all, even though we live in the same place. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. You could contact us at, what is it?
Instagram, aparalleldiscussion.pod, and our email is aparalleldiscussion.ask@gmail.com.
Well, there you go. And just be safe out there. Be nice to each other and have fun and turn up. And you got any words?
Again, we'll be doing our last pods for the next few weeks, and then we'll be taking a little break. You'll still be getting a little bit of us here and there, but not full episodes. So just keep supporting us, and thank you for listening.
Yeah, and by the way, we're actually might be thinking of migrating over to others like Spotify or something. We're looking into that as well.
So hopefully, by the time they're listening to our new season, we'll be on Spotify.
We'll probably be on Spotify.
Yeah, most likely.
Figure that out. But thank you so much for listening, and have a good day. Bye.
Ciao.